Today's Ask Me Anything goes out to Slavko Kolobrick. And this was a back and forth because it was a couple questions and answers on a video, and it said, how do you manage pain from biting? It's insane. And because it was based on the video called Treat Training Your Dog, How to Reward with Treats and Not Get Bit, a video I put up on my membership section recently and on my YouTube. So the answer, my question was, who got bit, the dog or the person? And then Slavko wrote back, I never thought I would get a reply. But you know, people get replies. That's the kind of person I am. I reply to a lot of people. Not everybody, but a lot of people. So I've got a big German Shepherd Malinois mix, 6-month-old puppy. And she just goes aggressively for the food in my hand. I'm sure it hurts me a lot. I've been watching your videos for a month and a half since. I couldn't start training since I can't hand feed because I can't handle the pain. Or it's just, am I a big wuss for a karateka? So he studies martial arts, karate. A lot of people may not know what that means. That's why I'm describing what a karateka is, which is a person who does martial arts, karate. I have so many questions, but there aren't competent dog trainers. It's really sad. Thanks, Mr. Cabral. Us to you. And well, yeah, there are not a lot of competent dog trainers, but there are some. That's the key thing. There's not a lot, but there's some. And that's the key thing. You just want to find out the good dog trainers and follow their methodologies. And you're here, so I'm going to give you mine. The dog is taking the treat with a hard mouth, so I doubt the dog is being really aggressive to you. The dog is just is a Malinois. So if it's a Malinois and a German Shepherd mix, chances are the dog is super assertive, super mouthy, super food-driven, and what you're going to need to do is you're going to get the dog to have a softer mouth. Now, you might start out with some gardening gloves, so it doesn't. I don't know how old you are, how, you know, what your hands are like. Sometimes my skin is a little thin since I passed over 35 a couple years ago. I have thinner skin, so sometimes the dog's tooth will jab me, and I'll bleed a little bit. So you can wear gardening gloves, some deerskin gloves, or something like that to prevent that. But you're going to need to get the dog to understand how to have a soft mouth. And if you watch the video that I showed with Maya, that's one way, and there's other ways. The main way you're going to get the dog to not be too assertive with the food is to take the food and to push it into the dog's mouth and teach the dog an easy command. If you search the YouTube channel, you'll see there's several videos that talk about how to teach the dog the easy command. And easy means don't take the food like a jerk. Don't snap at my hand because you're not going to get the food that way. And that's what your dog is doing. So I hope you can understand that the dog is going to respond to you in the way that you portray yourself to the dog. So if you're pulling the treat away and go, hey, ouch, ouch, the dog's going to see that as a game, is going to continue that behavior over and over and over. And you need to fix that. You're not going to let the dog be a jerk, because it's not going to get him anywhere. If the dog has a hard mouth, he's going to be really hard to train. Now, that being said, I would do that with food, but I wouldn't do it with a toy, because if you have a German Shepherd Malinois mix, you're probably going to want to do some tug work with the dog, and you don't want the dog to be aversive to having a tug toy in his mouth. So teach him this easy with food. He should take food very, very gently, but he should bite like a monster on a tug toy or a sleeve. That's going to be really important. He has to know where to bite and when to bite, and biting your hand is never acceptable. So even if you're teaching him this with your hand when you're giving him food, later when you have the tug, he will see your hand and she should know not to bite your hand. That's going to be a really easy way to teach him that. But don't start teaching him anything on a tug toy until you can get him kind of managed a little bit better on the treats, and he can take it with a softer mouth. But remember, the key thing is, don't pull the treats away. Push the treats into the dog's mouth and tell him easy, gentle, whatever, you can have it be whatever word you want. But he must understand that he's not allowed to nip at your hand, lunge at your hand, bite at your hand. It's a bad idea all the way around. And that's that. Hope that helps. Got a question? Ask me anything.